Hello students, in this video we'll see how to use a table of function values for a function and its derivative and its second derivative to compute some integrals. Let's first compute the integral from -2 to 2 of f prime of x, f double prime of x, dx. So how I compute this, I will make a substitution. So I'm going to use the u substitution. My u is going to be f prime of x. So if u is f prime of x, then du will be f double prime of x. When u is equal to, so when x is equal to -2, so x equals -2, implies that u is going to be f of -2, f prime of -2. And what is f prime of -2? That's equal to 3. So this becomes a 3. And when x is equal to +2, that implies that u is equal to f prime of 2, and f prime of 2 from our chart is equal to 1. That's equal to 1. So with this u substitution, what will our integral become? Our integral over here is going to become what? The integral, well, at -2, where am I? I'm at 3. When I am at 2, u becomes 1. F becomes a u. And f double prime of x dx becomes a du. So there should be a dx over here too. dx. Good. So this will become a du. And now that's easy to integrate. That's just going to be u squared over 2 from 3 to 1. When I plug in 1, I'm going to get a 1/2. When I plug in 3, I'm going to get a -9/2. So I get a total of what? I get a total of -4. So that integral is going to be -4. Let's do another example of computing integrals. So that was an example of doing a u substitution. I can use this charts along with integral different parts as well. Let's compute the integral from 4 to 6 of x times f double prime of x dx. In this case, I'm going to integrate by parts. I'm going to let this be my u and let this be my dv. So integration by parts is going to tell me what? I'm going to have a u times v, so that's going to be an x times f prime of x, so that's the antiderivative of the second derivative from 4 to 6, minus the integral from 4 to 6 of v, which is f prime of x dx, du, and du is just 1. So let's plug these things in. So I'm going to get what? I'm going to get 6, and then f prime of 6 minus 4, f prime of 4. And I can use the fundamental theorem of calculus here. So minus f of 6 minus f of 4, because when you integrate a derivative, you get rid of it. So now we got to plug in all these values and see what we get. So this is going to be 6 times f prime of 6 is what? 6 times -2 minus 4 times f prime of 4 is 0, so that term's going to go away. Then minus f of 6 is going to be a 2, minus f of 4, which is going to be a 1. So this is -12, that's 0, and that's going to be a 1. So I have a -12 minus 1. -12 minus 1 is -13, and that's the value of the integral. Thank you very much.